Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing great and that you and your families are safe. So today's video is going to be a review and wear test of the new K-Beauty HD Liquid Concealer, and I've got it right here with me. And I was so excited when this launched. I was actually waiting for quite some time for K-Beauty, which is a brand by makeup brand by Katrina Kaif, if you didn't know and you've been living under a rock. But yeah, I have been waiting for them to launch concealers for a really long time, and they're finally here, and this is the box that it came in. So it is enriched with marula and rosehip oil, as are other K-Beauty products as well. They've got all these great skincare ingredients infused in it, and I actually kind of like it. It works really well for me, so I'm not mad about that, because in the beauty community in general, it's always like, should makeup products have skincare in them or not? But I personally don't mind it, especially with this brand products. And I've got the shade 175 tan right here, which is a great match for my skin tone. And this is the packaging right here, pretty decent, and like a basic concealer, I would say. But yeah, and let me show you the wand as well. This is the wand. I think it's a nice shape, it's kind of like a scoop. So I would imagine that this would be great to, scoop out all the product, especially when it's almost about to finish and, there's less wastage. I hope that's the case. Let's see when this is about to get over, if that scoop kind of applicator works. And yeah, it retails for $7.99, by the way. K-Beauty is not like extremely affordable, but it's not too expensive as well. It's sort of in the middle range, I feel all of their products are. I'm so excited to try it out. I actually have already tried it out, but I'm excited for you to see me trying it out and giving you my final thoughts at the end of the video. So I'm going to show you how it applies with a sponge, a brush, and then I'm gonna do a 2-hour wear test as well. So stay tuned till the end for my final thoughts and keep on watching. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. No, seriously, subscribe. Alright, now moving on to the application part of it. I am wearing the K-Beauty Hydrating Foundation, by the way, so it'll be nice to see how the concealer kind of behaves with the foundation. And other than that, I just have liner, mascara, my brows done, and lipstick. Bronzer, blush, highlight, of course I'll do it after I'm done with the concealer portion. So as usual, I am going to add a little bit of concealer in the inner corner and in the outer corner. I'm so glad that this is a great shade match for me. With a concealer, you always want to start with a shade that matches your skin tone so that you are able to conceal the under eyes, and then if you want to highlight or brighten up, then you can use a slightly lighter concealer. But I usually just use a concealer that is close to my skin tone. I generally don't use a highlighting concealer, but that's a personal choice, of course. And then in the usual areas, a little bit on my forehead, around my nose, chin, and a little bit around my mouth. Firstly, this side of my face, I'm gonna blend it with a makeup sponge. This is the Microfiber Velvet Sponge by the Plume Co. Okay, it's blending quite nicely with the sponge. And now for this side of the face, I'm gonna be using the RB17 brush by Rufa Beauty. I am literally blown away by how easy it is to blend. That literally took seconds to blend in, which is great. Both using a sponge and a brush. Did you see that? Literally just seconds to blend in. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit more of the concealer and add it right here and here as well, just a little bit, because I've got some hyperpigmentation, some scarring there. So let's see how well it can conceal that. And again, I'm going in with the brush on this side and with the sponge on this side. Alright, as I'm looking into my mirror, both sides look pretty much the same in the sense of coverage. Like, some would expect that, the one with the brush might look slightly more high coverage, but this particular sponge doesn't soak up a lot of product, and the product also has a role to play in it, right? So for now, both the sides look pretty much the same. And since it already is a medium to high coverage product and it's buildable as well, I'm just gonna test it out a bit more, and I'm gonna add this much on both the sides. Then I'm gonna blend this side with a sponge and this side with a brush. Okay, so I don't know how much of a difference you can see on video, but I can definitely see that after adding a little bit of it, the coverage has definitely increased. It has like fully concealed my under eyes, and it's definitely buildable. It is not like creasing up or anything as of now, and I haven't set it yet, of course, but it looks pretty good. And even this area that I concealed, and this one right here as well, it was on top of foundation, right? So it looks pretty smooth right now. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to set this with a loose powder, all the concealed areas, and then I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna come back and give you my final thoughts on the same. Alright, so it's 2 hours later and I'm back with a full face of makeup. I mean, the rest of my makeup done. And I had quite a productive 2 hours actually, because it's already evening, and since I want to post this video today itself, which is a Sunday, I thought why not just edit the rest of the clips and be ready. So literally the entire video is ready. I just need to add this clip in, which is great. So yay on that for me. इसी बात पे like कर देना and subscribe भी कर ही देना. Now let's look at the concealer up close. I'm just gonna open my mirror and okay, I think it looks pretty good. Like when you go very एकदम ही mirror ऐसे लेके जाओगे, and if you inspect very closely, there is slight creasing, but I think that's like normal behavior. It's not too bad. And if I sort of tap it off, it looks good. But थोड़ा सा creasing तो है काफ़ी. I don't know if it's the concealer that has settled in or if it's the setting powder, but है थोड़ा सा. I kind of expected कि कुछ नहीं होगा 2 घंटे बाद भी, but it's like, it's manageable basically. If you carry a compact around with you, you can easily take that sponge and like tap it off. I don't think that should be a big deal, but for me, I think it looks pretty good. I wish I could test this out for like 8 to 10 hours, but utna time nahi tha. I started really late. But anyway, I think overall it looks pretty good. Even after 2 hours, the coverage hasn't faded away. And it as I already told you that it worked like well with the foundation as well. And if you remember, I had applied the concealer here and here, and it concealed these areas pretty well. And on top of that, I applied the bronzer, and it didn't apply patchy at all. It applied very beautifully, blended also really well. So kudos on that as well. Like, so we've got blendability, super easily blendable, so, like works well with great products, great coverage, great quality overall. Just thoda sa creasing ho jata hai 2 घंटे बाद, but it's okay. That happens, I think, with concealers, and I think like in general with me, it does happen after a few hours because I have like drier under eyes. So I think I can let that slide by. Definitely a concealer that I think that I will reach out more often, especially on the blendability bit. It is so easily blendable. It's like if you wanna rush out somewhere, you can apply this concealer and बहुत जल्दी से अच्छे से blend भी हो जाएगा. It's even easily blendable than my favorite LA Girl Pro Conceal HD, which is I think a great like thumbs up on that one, I think. And overall, yes, I definitely think that this is worth giving a try. Let me know if you feel like you're gonna buy this one in the future. If you're gonna try it, let me know how it works for you. I would love to know. And also let me know if you found this review helpful, if you found the format of this review helpful, and if you want me to review any other products. Doesn't matter if it's not a new launch, it can be like an old product as well. Let me know and I'll be happy to make a video. Until next time, bye bye.